Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you with a long talk podcast form type of video. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll leave it. And the video today is on why are horrible things funny? And I was just scrolling through Facebook real quick, and I happened to see I don't know the exact name of the plant or whatever it was, but it happened to be a sticker was on it. It said pot of whatever it was, but because the first part was cut off, it just said pot of cum. I was like, that's great. And when I was in the bank the other day, I was in there was a Spanish guy named Oscar next to me talking to the teller he was talking to, and his card wasn't reading or whatever. I was just dropping off a check or doing whatever, and the teller that's helping him says, "All right, take it out and stick it back in." And I was just like, and the teller that's helping me is just like gives me like this death glare. I was like, I am sorry, I laughed at something that I thought was funny. I didn't say that. I said, oh, sorry. There you go. This will be good by Wednesday. It's just like, yeah, it'll be fine. I think I don't want to say it's unfortunate because I'm happy that we can find humor in the most obscene things, and I feel bad for people that get offended by things, and I understand why. Maybe something hits close to home, or something's like, hey, that's like too real. I feel like I'm being attacked. So I get it, but I feel like people who look at a situation or look at a joke and they laugh about it versus someone that gets offended, I feel like the person who laughs is generally a happier person. And that's really all we want for like our families and our kids. We want for them to be happy. Like, why do we get our kids braces, and why do we get them stuff that... I'll catch you later, Dan.
Later, brother.
We do that because eventually we know down the line those kids will leave the house and they want to get a partner. And it's easier for them to get a partner if they have straight teeth. So we give them braces, we give them haircuts, we tell them not to do stupid things because we want them to be happy. And I feel like a good way of doing that is trying to teach your kids to laugh at things that some other people might find offensive. And I'm not saying to give your kids like horrible lessons is like, oh, when people break bones and they die, it's funny. Like, no, like but sometimes I think Home Improvement did like a thing on this where Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the kid in that, it's like, oh, I hate dress for funerals too, but all I do is I set the iron on for stiff, and I don't know, it was a bad joke. Or it was me telling the bad joke, saying that, okay, stiff, because when you're dead, you're stiff as a board, rigor mortis. And, his mom got, like, offended, and his dad's like, Tim Allen's like, hey, listen, like, you can, it's humor is some way that people deal with things, but you have to be careful about who you make those jokes around. And you do, but I wish we didn't, man. I wish we didn't live in a world where we had to hide who we truly are. And I feel like that's what parents because parents, they'd like to think of us as like perfect little angels. And no, like, I think, no, tell your parents, like, hey, I did a whole bunch of acid the other day and it was fucking great. I learned so much that one thing, and just tell them about stuff. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for parents because a lot of times they don't really know their kids. That, kids hide stuff from them, and it feels bad, man. But anyway, I digress from that. Like, there's been some videos I see on 4chan. Again, very unfortunate stuff, but it's funny. Like, just like one of the first videos I saw on there is they took video feed of like the Columbine shooting, and they had that song played around it, like, all the other kids better run, outrun my gun. I was like, oh my fucking goodness, this is horrible, but I'm laughing because it's funny. Like, I've seen stuff where, like, remember SpongeBob and Patrick were in like that Magic Conch episode where they're in like a treehouse and the treehouse get cut and the treehouse goes into like these kelp gardens. Someone edited the video so when they launch, they don't go into the kelp gardens, they go into the Twin Towers. And it's just the outrageousness of that. Now, I'm from New York. Well, I'm from Peru, but I lived in New York for most of my life. I continue to do so to this day. And uncle's a NYFD fire department, New York firefighter, and a bunch of friends that are in the fire department now. And yeah, that maybe they might not have had that same laugh reaction as that, because like they see that and they get PTSD, like, oh, that day, those weeks, and they're just freaking out. But some things are like anything, and I'm not saying this because those things didn't happen to you, and that's what no, like anything you want to say, like I think adoption jokes are like the funniest shit in the world. I'm adopted, so it's like that's what I do. I think brown jokes are funny. I think Spanish jokes, anything that has to do with like bad teeth jokes, like what ugly jokes, whatever it is, it's funny. If something's funny, you should laugh. And I hate how sometimes we have to hide who we are because what you find funny might offend someone. How could you laugh at that? Like, 'cause it's funny. Like, fuck, man. The girl I'm dating right now, she seems to be very, very chill, very like open-minded, and just entertaining things. And she's just relaxed, low maintenance. She's great. Like, I don't think I could date someone that doesn't matter how hot they are, doesn't matter how successful they are, but if they're just like they get weirded out, they say like, hey, like, not funny. Don't laugh at that. Like, listen, like I'll defend you, and I'm all about like people that are discriminated against. I'm all about like helping them, helping the downtrodden. But if something's funny, I'm gonna laugh. I'm just gonna laugh. Some things are just I can't explain why. No one can explain why. It's just that's our humor. Um, Tell me in the comments, what do you laugh at? What is something that is absolutely batshit insane that everyone is like, that is wrong, but you just can't stop laughing because someone punched you in the giggle dick, because that's what situations do. Like funerals, funny shit happens at funerals. People show up drunk, people fall in the hole. It's just, it's great. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. This is Randy Chavez out. Happy Election Day. I love you all. Bye.